Hello rally friends. What a week we've had here in Borough for the Shannons Rally of the Heartland. As you can see behind us, that is the final finish podium ramp. The cars making their way across there now. But there's a lot to watch out in the stages today. The final day, just over 100 kilometres, 4 stages. And you know what? It was a beautiful day. Blue skies all day, a bit of a breeze to keep that dust off the stages, and plenty of action for us to enjoy out in the stages. Yeah, there were some big gaps, that's for sure, in terms of the overall standings, but there were still some battles to watch, and my goodness me, didn't we enjoy them. Well, what about the results in the South Australian Rally Championship? Not much change, I'd have to say, from yesterday, and why is that? Well, it's because Matt Selly was absolutely on his A-game this weekend. Drove beautifully in, well, challenging conditions out there to take the win by over 5 minutes.
We've had a great rally. I really enjoyed it, and I think my technique has got a little bit better today because I've been a bit rusty. I haven't driven a car for 6 months. But the anxiety levels, like in these things, you're going so fast, over 200 in spots, and you're just looking at the road and you're looking at the colour of the road. Oh, is that a ditch there? You just don't know. And then you can see there's a bend coming at the end and you just don't know how much speed to wash off. So you're constantly anxious and making judgments because, I mean, we wanted to keep up with the Brinkmans and the like. That's why we come out and do this. You might as well be competitive. Otherwise, there's no point. But, I think we did really well. Looking at the times, we're very happy.
And what about the Croziers? Well, their intention this weekend was really just to finish this event, and that in itself is quite some achievement. But, well, they claimed second place on the podium.
Well, I'm just happy to finish, really. I mean, we came over last year with the same ambition. So, given the fact a week ago the car was damaged, we did pretty well. Just our really small crew, and yeah, there's only 2 or 3 guys and a couple of helpers, and got it here and then finished, which is, yeah, it's a bonus.
And Rob Hunt in his Evo 6, well, he was here really just to enjoy himself this week. And well, you can tell by the way he performed out in the stages, he really did enjoy himself. And he takes home the final spot on the South Australian Championship podium.
We're very happy. It was, it was a really interesting day. I've got to say, I don't think I held back. We tried a bit. We tried hard, but we didn't. We had to have someone do something really silly for us to claw our way into the podium position. So, Guy Tyler doesn't necessarily do things silly, but something happened, and that was to our benefit. And we were there, and the car's straight, so we're really happy.
Oh dearie me, you really do have to feel for Guy Tyler in that two-wheel drive car. He put on a really impressive performance this weekend, but it was a battle for him. He battled all sorts of issues out there on the stages and on the road sections.
Yeah, unfortunately about 50 k's into the 70k stage and a rear arm let go. Initially I tried to drive it out, we busted a tyre, fixed that, and then another one let go and I had to change them both, but it just took over an hour to change it. Unfortunately, I just got told that I was up by 15 seconds at the last split, which was awesome. We were having a real red hot crack, but didn't go off on the road or anything, seemingly didn't hit anything. I think the Magna just had enough this weekend.
Well, many congratulations to all our competitors in the South Australian Rally Championship. What a weekend they had here. But it's a bigger weekend for our classics, isn't it? They do very close to 500 kilometres, or they've done very close to 500 kilometres. And what a weekend we had. We saw an Audi Quattro, well, we saw a wonderful Mercedes, we saw an Escort Cosworth out there in the stages. The battle was intense, but the attrition was also a little bit of an issue. What did that mean at the end of the day? Well, we watched a great battle today for that final podium place. Jeff David in his beautiful Porsche tried his best to hold on to that third place, but James Liacini in his little Toyota Corolla, such a super impressive car, he reeled him in the stages today and claimed third place.
Yeah, it was unexpected. We knew we could sort of mix it with a few of them, but I didn't expect to be on the podium. We were just happy to finish, so that was all our aim was. This rally's pretty much 5 state rounds for us in 3 days, which is a massive task for our service crew as well. and for this little thing to make it through that. So yeah, incredible.
And the man perhaps with the biggest smile on his face this evening, Dybar Smith. He's been here many times before, struggled to even finish this event. Started this one in a car that was completely new to him, the throbbing Commodore. Well, it served him well out there this weekend. Dybar Smith taking that Commodore to second place overall.
The car was beautifully presented to me by Craig Jarvie and Johnny Gray, Ethan Pickstock, the rest of the service crew. Andrew Travis have done an amazing job to get us here. Roads were great. I love the long stage. Like I said last night, Mongaladder's rough, but you just got to back off, especially in a heavy car like that thing. And just sort of the boys, the Leoncini boys were pulling time on us, so we sort of had to keep an eye on them. But yeah, the long stage suits us probably a bit better and suits the car quite well, so just kept our noses clean.
Do you know what? We've got some fabulous four-wheel drive cars here in the South Australian Championship, in the Classics as well. But in our Classic overall standings, top three cars are two-wheel drive cars. And the man who took his two-wheel drive RX2 to first place overall is our rallying larrikin from Coffs Harbour. It's that man, Nathan Quinn.
It's a shame to win like we did. It was clear from the onset of the first few stages that the four-wheel drives were going to be a problem, and Tom in his new car. And it's a real shame with Tom going out, and it's also a real shame for Mal. He's also from my hometown, and Glenn going off the road. But we stuck around and we got it done.
You know what? You come to these events with the RX2, it's massively underpowered compared to a lot of the other cars, and as you say, you're up against four-wheel drive cars. But it is about strategy, it's about intelligence, it's about how to bring that car home, and you have a knack of doing that.
Yeah, I think the strategy really is pretty simple for everyone, is just don't take any risks. Glenn, are you listening? But it's pretty simple, and just don't take any risks and do the best you can. Like, I'm not going to lie, like on the first few stages, particularly stage 2 on Friday, like we had a blinder, and we get to the end of stage and we just got hosed. Like, we're sitting there going, well, where is it? And we went back out in the afternoon hoping to find out whether it was the road position or the car or what, and sure enough, we blew a gearbox. So we had some serious problems, and we were able to get through it. So credit to the team and to a car that just keeps on going.
This car's got some pedigree now, hasn't it? It's won the Alpine, it's won this one, it's got some pedigree behind it.
Well, I asked the boys earlier, we got 4 of the bonnet decals from all the rallies that we've won now, and we can put more on, but it'll affect the cooling. So I said to them, what do we do? Is that it? We're done? And they said, oh, well, there's room on the side. So no, it's a great car, and it's fundamentally simple, and it's the essence of classic rallying, and it's definitely getting harder to race some of these cars, and we'd like to continue to do it, but there'll be a point where we'll be toppled over.
Well, I tell you what, we've enjoyed every minute of watching you this weekend. But what did you make of the Shannons Rally of the Heartland, Nathan? It's it's a long event, it's a proper endurance event, isn't it? What did you make of it in terms of the stages, the organisation, the welcome that we get here in Burra?
Yeah, it's a great event, just the way the community embraces it. We're in, like this morning, I thought we're in the middle of Australia. We virtually are, but like just the places you go, and it's honestly an event that you do that you will not do anything like. Certainly doesn't suit the Mazda in some respects, but it has its own character, and the beauty of it, the novelty of it, is the distance. The 73 kilometre stage, I've never done one like to do that. The first time I got through it, I won't tell you the words I said, but I was just stoked to get through. We didn't even win the stage, but it was just the best feeling.
Nathan, it has been wonderful. Once again, you've shown your absolute quality out there on the stages. It has been a joy. Well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, many congratulations to all our winners here at the Shannons Rally of the Heartland. It has been once again a magnificent event. Great action out in the stages, some wonderful, wonderful characters here around the service park. To all the volunteers, to the marshals that have stood out in the stages all weekend, to Ivor Stanlis, who has organised a wonderful event. Many, many congratulations. Folks, thank you for joining us here at the Shannons Rally of the Heartland. We'll see you all again next year.